keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on, here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay, we'll take it slow.
So talk about your day-to-day. How's your
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. And the Miami Heat retiring Shaq's number this past season. Shaq, tell us what that meant to you that night.
It was a tremendous honor. Some great memories playing in the Heat uniform. I can remember when I got traded from L.A. and I arrived there in a diesel truck and I just told the people I was going to bring them a championship, and I delivered. Shaq Stradamus did it again. The big Aristotle did it again. The big Miami Heat player did it again.
It looked like that huge jersey they raised to the rafters. Looks like you could still fit in it.
Well, I can.
Still fit in it. I think he can fit in it now. But, Shaq, you know, you helped him win that first championship, was impressive. And Pat Riley said it was the biggest acquisition that he's ever had in a Miami Heat uniform, because I don't think the other players would have followed suit that came down to Miami after you. Don't cry. I didn't mean to make you cry.
I think we were all
I do this all the time,
we were all a little emotional.
I make you cry all the time. I mean, you start crying and I start crying.
I know,
man.
and then when you guys
doing,
start,
man?
there's no way I get over it. That's because we're so tight on this show, and when something good happens to one of us, it's like it happens to all of us.
Stop.
You're not supposed to cry in a video game.
Oh, man. It's ridiculous. The kids are watching us going, what
It's
are they
almost
doing?
time to tip.
God, Shaq.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And a stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by the terrific Linda Lynn, getting us ready for NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. Guys, they came out on top of the season series matchup a season ago, taking 2 of the 3 away from them.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, 2 teams that were very similar in the standings.
And before the action gets going here, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Eric Spoelstra. What's the news, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, it's the first meeting of the year between these teams, so he told me today is mainly a feeling out process, trying to identify strengths and weaknesses. We'll see how quickly they get a feel for this opponent. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and there are guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. And that one drops.
As soon as Whiteside leaps for that offensive rebound, you just know he's going to finish off that play.
Here's Collison. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison and his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
And he makes that one. Whiteside's got his second basket of the game.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
First quarter, just over a minute played. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. Dragic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, the ball was not in Goran Dragic's hands very long. Just a great job by him firing it up immediately without hesitation.
Young's shot is off.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
Dragic with it. 17 points for him last game against Orlando. And here is Waiters. Olynyk sets a screen for Waiters. He dishes it to Olynyk. And the Heat, another 3.
These guys are like dentists right now. 4 out of 5 recommending a made shot. They're in a great groove.
Again, Young missing. The Heat have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Doesn't go for him. And Indiana will go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. In that one, it didn't happen.
And sometimes your poor shooting from the perimeter can dictate, it should dictate, that you go to the inside. Tonight, they didn't do it.
Now, here's Bogdanovich following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Outside Dragic. He kicks it to Richardson. No good on the 3. Pacers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. Here's Whiteside. Good work defensively by Turner.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Waiters. The shot misses. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Here's Collison. Here's Oladipo. A shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Oladipo's got his first basket of the night.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Dragic against Collison. Dragic dishes to Waiters. Shot clock at 5. Olynyk has the open look. Miami no good on that time either.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's slammed in by Young.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Heat shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Dragic the pass to Waiters. For 3, Richardson. Offensive rebound. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 6.
Well, once the ball gets to Whiteside that close to the basket, he knows what to do with it.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Early in the regular season here, some teams off and running, but Brent, if you've had a talented roster that's not coming together yet, what steps do you take to try to get that compass pointed in the right direction?
Well, I guess it depends on the players that you're looking at, Kevin. If you've made a move in the offseason with a veteran guy who you thought was going to do A, B, and C, and you only see him do A, then maybe you got to think about the lineup needs some tinkering. But if it's younger guys and still guys who are trying to develop, and now you're asking them to expand their games, I think you got to err on the side of being patient to see what might transpire over the course of the entirety of the season.
And Miami has possession following the score by Indiana. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him. And Young comes over to help. Whiteside kicks to Waiters. Off target with his 3. Pacers leading by 3. A nice shot by Collison.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Waiters. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Well, Waiters is a capable passer. He might not like the pass, but he's a capable passer.
Oladipo against Waiters. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Yeah, Oladipo has had some highlight dunks in his career. There's another one.
And it's Miami's ball. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, despite the final score being what it was.
Yeah, that is a very difficult building to play in, and they really put up a good fight. If the roles were reversed and they were the home team in that one, I think the result might have been a bit different.
Here's Dragic. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Richardson, no luck. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Last season, a big one for Oladipo in terms of his ability to shoot from deep.
Playing alongside Russell last year led to a career high in attempts for Victor Oladipo from the three-point line. That started in Orlando in that last half of the season, so maybe the brass in OKC thought that playing alongside Russell, they'd get this kind of production from him, and we'll see if he can improve.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Here's Young, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Young's got 11 points.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted here trying to keep up with these guys, and I'm just watching. Yeah, they always attempt to wear you out.
No good from Dragic. Here's Indiana. They're on a 20-7 run.
Got to make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Here's Collison, rejected by Dragic. And Waiters has it in the corner. The offensive rebound. Whiteside in the hoop for his fourth field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Ever since Hassan Whiteside has got the starting nod, he's shooting 60% from the field. And it's close shots like that he lives on.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Collison. Pulls it from the elbow. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Collison in the post. He's guarded by Dragic.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Winslow dishes to Waiters. Over Oladipo. There's Winslow. Goes up again. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Goes up, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. If you ever did decide to go into coaching, Brent, would you also like to be the general manager to ensure you have the players that you really want to coach?
Well, I'd also like a new car and a Learjet, Kevin. If I could get those two, I'll try my best. But
I hear you. I know.
I really think that relegating that role to somebody else that you can be on the same page with is the best way to go. It's a fresh set of eyes.
That's the key. I totally agree.
Fresh set of eyes, and they have the time to devote to what your team and your roster is going to need while you make sure you're developing the roster yourself. So I think having a general manager do his job and a coach do his job might be the way that I would prefer to do things, although we've seen other guys have success in both roles.
And the Heat with some changes. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Ellington comes in for Waiters. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jefferson's checked in for Miles Turner. Leaf comes in for Young. And Stevenson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. Now here's Winslow. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the shot is good from Johnson.
A lot of the great shooters have great preparation, and that time did a great job of having his feet set. Excellent anticipation of the ball also from Tyler Johnson.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. That's tipped. And Jefferson, here we go. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pacers lead by 12.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Johnson, the pass to Johnson. Winslow, wide open. He fires. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Trying to get open is Johnson. They get it back. Shot's good by Jefferson.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
It's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
Now here's Johnson. Adebayo passes to Ellington. In the corner, Winslow with it. Clock at 6. They double him with Stevenson. Winslow's shot is off.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Here's Johnson. After the made shot from Victor Oladipo, the shot's good from Ellington.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And the Pacers with the longest standing ownership in the NBA.
And that's a lot to be proud of for Pacers fans. I mean, Indiana, a state that loves basketball. And the Pacers haven't won fewer than 32 games since 1989. So they're always in the fold in terms of being competitive.
Jefferson with the double team. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for Indiana.
And the bigs tonight have been the table setters in terms of their ability to pass the basketball. That's freed the guards to roam off the ball, and everyone's getting easier looks because of it.
We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
And this is one of those games, Oladipo, when he gets it going, he can be a handful.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. Winslow against Stevenson. And Jefferson sends it back.
Just doing the job on the backboard. And checking out the numbers for Joseph, some last season stats for him. Was in at about 9 points per, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Now here's Johnson to the middle. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Miami shooting their first free throw of the night.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
Now here's Ellington following the miss by Al Jefferson. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Johnson with it, picked up by Joseph. Pass to Adebayo. Dishes it to Johnson. Kicks it to Winslow. There's the three. No good on that one. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Indiana out in front. They lead by 14. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Pacers team out there.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
You just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Corey Joseph. Leaf is out there with Lance Stevenson. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Winslow. Last game he had 10 points. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, Miami with the triple.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Oladipo. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
That ability to attack off the bounce, one of the real strengths of Oladipo's game.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. To the paint. Here's Winslow. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Winslow's got 5 points now this quarter.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. Johnson kicks to Johnson. The dish to Ellington. Now the pass to Winslow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. Johnson for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
James Johnson, the journeyman forward, the kind of player that can eat up minutes at either forward position, Brent, and just do whatever he has to do to contribute to the team on offense.
Again, one of the guys who last year benefited from an incredible run from the teammates around him, and his skills were on full display. At his size, puts the ball down, shoots the 3, goes in and will dunk on somebody. Played with incredible aggressive mindset last year and became a candidate for one of the league's most improved players.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Brett, what about moving without the ball? Who are some of the guys that, beyond just doing it, do it with great effectiveness?
The first guy that comes to mind is J.J. Redick. Old school, in the vein of Reggie Miller, running off of multiple screens with those scattered short steps to get himself on balance, square himself up, and knock shots down. J.J. Redick, Ray Allen, Kyle Korver, great players who really, in a dying art of scoring off of the screen, have tremendous fundamentals.
Rip Hamilton, too, would always run around and take advantage of those screens, and I can see him running in my mind's eye right now.
Great call, Kevin. I often read the back of Rip Hamilton's jersey because I could not catch up with the guy.
Bogdanovich has checked in for the Pacers. Here's Johnson. 6 points for him. The feed to Winslow. It's Richardson on the wing. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Passes it to Johnson. He feeds it to Ellington. Now here's Winslow. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Back to Ellington. It's tipped. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Stevenson with the ball. Got that one up quick. And the Pacers lead by 15.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Justice Winslow. Dion Waiters comes in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. Olynyk dishes to Whiteside. And they double up Whiteside. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Olynyk's got 8 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Waiters. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Richardson for 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Stevenson kicks to Sabonis.
When you have a big man like Whiteside putting his hand up, it's always going to make your shot that much more difficult.
Dragic against Joseph. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists in the game. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Sabonis is a very skilled young big man. He stepped right into the starting role last year with the Thunder and consistently was getting about 20 minutes, trying to figure out where it is that he could be effective. The one thing about Sabonis that I think is going to help him is more touches around the paint. Last year, a lot of room to grow as a perimeter player. We'll see if he can put it together this year.
The Heat trail by 10. Now Dragic. Pass to Richardson. Doubled by Bogdanovich. Whiteside sets the pick for Richardson, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And for those of you wondering why Sabonis' name sounds familiar, well, he is the son of the legendary Lithuanian player Arvydas Sabonis.
Well, if you watch the two of those guys side by side, the one thing that stands out between the Sabonis big men is the fact that they are very, very skilled. They have great vision and a great sense of the game, almost playing like guards at times from the post-up area. Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Shots good by Leaf.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
And Waiters, here we go. Brett, last season you can think of several huge plays and big shots for Dion Waiters. He had a handful of game winners for his team. And one thing Waiters has is the confidence to take that last shot with the game on the line.
Well, I remember the quote from Waiters where he said, I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9, because if you go 0 for 9, that means you stop shooting. I guarantee you any coach he plays for would have him stop at 0 for 9. But the confidence is there always for Dion Waiters.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Sabonis. Young comes in for Leaf, and it's Collison in for Joseph. For Indiana, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. That free throw, no good. Brent, you played briefly with the Heat. What was it like coming to this team mid-season and getting to play with a player who is revered by Miami fans in Alonzo Mourning?
Well, the thing that I always thought about with Alonzo Mourning was the intensity with which he played with, and to watch his approach both in practice and in his preparation to get ready for big-time basketball was the most impressive part of having an opportunity to suit up with a Hall of Famer in Alonzo Mourning.
Now here's Waiters. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. They double him with Stevenson. And Waiters kicks to Olynyk. Just 5 on the clock. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Waiters. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Richardson. How he did last season. Last year, averaged 10 points per game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
So many little things that you have to learn to grow as a player. He's just going through a bit of that process right now.
Here's Turner, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Now here's Dragic, and the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Pacers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Drills it from outside. Richardson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A good sense right there of Richardson understanding space and that he could get there. Nice pull-up.
Shots good from Young.
He's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Waiters outside. Screen by Olynyk. Whiteside. The Pacers pull it in. Bogdanovich has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Stevenson. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Timeout called, the Heat. Brent, 15th overall is where you were drafted, right in the middle of the first round. A very nice place to be. Talk about the nerves waiting for your name to be finally called by the commissioner on that podium.
Well, Kevin, I wasn't nervous, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I was nervous, and it was more about the captain landing the plane. You and I have shared this story, and I'll share it with you again. During that draft, I was actually on an airplane and did not see one moment of the NBA draft in 1996. So my biggest nerves were that the pilot was going to bring the plane down safely, and then I watched the draft on VCR about 2 hours later.
No kidding.
That's the truth.
Wow.
So the best part about that, Kevin, I'll tell you this, is the fast forward button.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the first pick. We could fast forward that, or the second, or the third, and we got to that 15th pick, and what an honor to have my name called in the first round of the NBA draft.
An honor indeed. Well, Eric Spoelstra known for being a player's coach, but he also isn't afraid to dish out some tough love. With this team in a rebuilding phase, he's had to do that a lot.
Well, I think what he's trying to do is just get the most out of every player on the team, and he lets them know, I'm going to put you in positions, guys, to maximize your potential. Sometimes that can come from tough love, but most of the time it's because they want greatness. That's what the Miami Heat organization is all about.
Here's Turner. Rebound by Olynyk.
Just not his night so far, guys.
Now here's Richardson. He has 5. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside. Great game for him, double-double now. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
Well, I would say that's as high percentage as you're going to get from Hassan Whiteside. He really takes off on those dunks.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Oh, he misses the dunk.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. Bogdanovich against Waiters. Stolen by Collison. One-on-one here. Here's Bogdanovich. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the game. The Heat trail by 13. Dragic with it. Picked up by Collison. Doubled by Bogdanovich. Whiteside kicks to Olynyk. Richardson with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. Just 3 to shoot over Young. Richardson, no luck. Indiana leading by 13. And Young, here we go. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Richardson against Young. Feeds it to Dragic. Whiteside, high post. Back to Dragic. Oh, Whiteside in position.
Great to see Whiteside scoring at an efficient rate out there on the floor.
And Indiana shooting it quite well. 52% from the field in the second quarter. Fades and shoots. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Jefferson. The pull-up. And the shot goes in. Jefferson's got 6.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Collison against Dragic.
And, you know, last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic. It was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Richardson. And Ellington is subbed in for Dion Waiters. Both free throws good from Dragic. Greg, with Dragic and his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Oladipo, good.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Dragic the pass to Adebayo. He dishes it to Winslow. He kicks it to Johnson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
That one falls. Jefferson's got 4 points in the quarter. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Dragic dishes to Johnson. And the foul on Al Jefferson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget, his second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
Here is Ellington after Darren Collison's bucket. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Yeah, just not good court awareness there. You cannot afford to be careless. That just leads to bad turnovers.
Goes up the baseline. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident. And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
The shot's good. 9 points for Miles Turner.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's the kind of guy who does things that breaks the backs of their opponents because they're about wanting it more than the other guy you're up against.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Bogdanovich. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Collison. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Collison's got 6 here in this quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And he sinks the second. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. James, you came out and you were really productive. In fact, the whole bench was productive.
Yeah, of course. You know, that's what the second unit is for. We go hard in practice. We know we can play with the best of them. And we just want to give our first guys the first group a lift.
You certainly did, James. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Victor Oladipo had it going on in the first quarter. He had 21 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
A great look at American Airlines Arena right on the shores of Biscayne Bay as we welcome you back to Miami. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
Yeah, can't believe how many times he was able to get into the lane and then use his athleticism to give us a show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Olynyk down low with Whiteside. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Richardson. And at the three, the small forward.
And probably the one constant of this Miami team the last few years has been their defense. They do a great job of making life difficult for opposing shooters, and it's been anchored by one of the best shot blockers in the game with Whiteside.
Count it.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Raiders against Oladipo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the Miami defense is more than just Whiteside, blocking shots, as you might say. Greg, they do a great job of limiting opponents' threes.
Yeah, they challenge the three ball as well as anybody. Both contest the shot and close out to deny the attempt from even being taken. This roster does a great job of taking away space from shooters.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that one miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Richardson kicks to Dragic. Whiteside, high post, dishes it to Olynyk, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Olynyk's got 13.
And a cued in Hassan Whiteside on that play. Great at playing within the offense and then spotting the open man.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Near the three-point line, it's Olynyk. They grab their own miss. The second chance effort. It's rebounded by Indiana. It's Oladipo on the wing. He's guarded by Waiters. The Heat trail by 15. Richardson with it, picked up by Collison. Here's Olynyk. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's good for 2. 15 points in the game.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And here is Waiters. He's got 8. Down low, Richardson uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice job by Richardson getting to the inside. High percentage play to the basket.
And it's Turner off the drive, and Whiteside sends it back. Here's Waiters. Olynyk up top, defended by Young. Richardson kicks to Olynyk. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Just 5 on the clock. Olynyk can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Young's shot is off. The Heat trail by 15. And here's Richardson outside. Here's Whiteside. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession, almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Well, we saw this same kind of attack in the last game. Ferocious effort in back-to-back outings.
The finish, and Young with the stuff.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And the Heat call time here. Brent, every team's looking for skilled bigs who can hit the three, defend the perimeter, pull out other bigs. At what point do we start seeing 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" guards? I guess we're kind of getting a glimpse of that now.
Yes, with apologies to Magic Johnson and what he was able to do through his career with the Lakers. Those guys are all throughout the league already. I mean, we've already hit that mark, Kevin, where we're seeing some of these guys do extraordinary things in terms of their skill with the basketball in open space. Thank you, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram. I find it amazing, though, don't you?
I really do. And to say that the game is not better than it was, watching what these young players are capable of, and I'm just talking purely in terms of their skill. The game has come a long way. Happy to see it. Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Indiana making some changes. Lance Stevenson comes in for Bogdanovich, and it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. Here's Waiters. 8 points for him. And here's Olynyk from the arc. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
And it's in there. And that's 19 points for Thaddeus Young.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
Over to the wing. Olynyk dishes to Dragic. Waiters gets a wide open look. No good with the triple. Pacers leading by 14. Here's Oladipo. Dragic with some nice D. Miami's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's foul number 2 for him. Dragic against Joseph. Dragic left side. 6 to shoot, and there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Turner with the steal.
If you could stay active on defense, good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands helped alter what would have been a sure 2 there. You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
The Heat trail by 16. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Joseph with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Oladipo. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Poked away. And so here is Indiana. The baseline J. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. The kick out to Dragic. Offensive rebound. Pacers leading by 16. It's Oladipo on the wing. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Pass to Waiters. They need this one, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Waiters got 11 points.
Well, some of Waiters' most efficient numbers come when he's in catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Young on the follow. And the Pacers lead by 15.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now Dragic, he's got 8. Whiteside, a screen on Stevenson. Knocked away. Young with the steal. Joseph dishes to Oladipo. Back to Joseph. And he uses the glass on the layup. Joseph's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
Dragic kicks to Richardson. Screen by Olynyk. Here's Whiteside. The rebound by Young. Young's got 4 rebounds in this game.
When you watch Oladipo, you just like his explosiveness. Every moment he can come out there, he's got some room to get to it. He could take off on you and make something extremely exciting and athletic happen. He streamlined his game a little bit, so when he's not playing in a hesitant mode, he becomes that much more impactful.
From 16 feet away, he cans it. Oladipo's got 4 this quarter.
Victor shows a little bit of touch there from the mid-range, a knockdown shooter from that spot on the floor.
Waiters, he's open, releases from the wing and drills it. Brent Oladipo, as you said, can just be a ball of energy out there on the floor.
I like the fact that Oladipo is honing in on his skilled shots. Still trying to figure out exactly what he does well, but he can't be passive. He's got to be aggressive. When he makes those kind of decisive plays, it ends up helping him and his teammates more often.
And he goes right over Olynyk and slams it down.
You got to get in front of Oladipo or else you're going to see things like that. We don't mind.
The Heat trail by 19. Waiters passes to Dragic. Puts up a 3, and Dion Waiters the bucket on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And it's slammed in by Turner.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Olynyk. 16 points for him. From the arc. Second chance shot. Whiteside, no good. Pacers leading by 18. And Young, here we go. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 23.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's Waiters. Kicks to Olynyk. Got a piece of it. Whiteside with it. Picked up by Turner. And here's Olynyk from the arc. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second. Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Now here's Dragic.
Out of bounds.
8 points for him. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Joseph. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Pacers, Jefferson's checked in for Miles Turner. Sabonis comes in for Young, and it's Leaf in for Oladipo. Johnson dishes to Ellington. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Stevenson, and the layup's good off the glass. Stevenson's got 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. The dish to Winslow. To the inside. That one, no good. And Indiana will come the other way.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
The Heat shooting 41% for the game. Johnson, the pass to Johnson. Ellington kicks to Johnson. Johnson with it. Picked up by Joseph. Johnson the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Winslow kicks to Johnson. Offline with his 3. Indiana leading by 23. Here's Sabonis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 3 assists now in this one. Johnson dishes to Johnson. .102 left in the third. Stolen by Joseph, and up the court come the Pacers on the break. The shot's good from Leaf.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Heat shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded by Stevenson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Johnson. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Yeah, not a good idea to leave him alone. He'll make you pay for that mid-range.
Jefferson with it. Now guarded by Winslow. The 3 from Stevenson. Offensive rebound. Jefferson. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Now here's Ellington. 8 points for him. And there's the pass to Adebayo. The feed to Ellington. 6 to shoot. From deep, Johnson doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Indiana Pacers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
We have got to get shots. Trust each other right now. Let's get shots, okay? Got some good looks. Cannot afford to turn the ball over.
An emphasis on offensive efficiency there by Eric Spoelstra, trying to keep his guys fully engaged.
Yeah, and patience with the ball is key. Don't force anything. Work together. Take what the defense gives you.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And so in the game for the Pacers, Young is out there with Damian Wilkins. Then there's Al Jefferson, and it's Leaf in at the small forward.
I think Winslow takes a lot of pride in getting himself to the free throw line, understands his body and size, and he will continue to improve upon that over time.
Johnson with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Ellington with it. Passes it to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. Young with the steal. Here's Sabonis with the second effort, and the layup good by Jefferson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Adebayo. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. The Heat shooting 41% for the game. He feeds it to Johnson. He dishes it to Winslow. He kicks to Johnson. Ellington with it. Wilkins picks him up. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. With the premium placed and outside shooting Brent, plus defensive rules that lessen the need to defend in isolation, will we see guys playing for more years than ever before? Less wear and tear because there's less of it inside in games.
You know, it's a great point, Kevin. I think that you're right about that. I also think that whatever we're doing off the court in terms of the players with nutrition and training regimen, that's going to be another reason why we'll see players be very effective well into their late 30s and sometimes into their early 40s, which is about my limit, Kev. I'm still effective at 45.
You are. Very effective at 45.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
On the wing, Winslow. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his third assist on the night.
Great self-confidence from Winslow on that play, taking it up strong inside.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, he's certainly able to shoot over the top of people. High percentage look right there from the mid-range.
Now here's Winslow. Feeds to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Dishes to Winslow. They set the pick. Three-pointer Ellington. Pacers with the rebound. Sabonis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Oh,
yikes. Wow.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Johnson, the pass to Johnson. And here's Winslow. Back to Johnson. It's stolen by Jefferson. All alone. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And how about Sabonis getting up there and rising up to slam down?
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Winslow. Kicks to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Wilkins. 5 to shoot. Good ball movement here by Miami. Ellington from outside. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Heat have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And there's the pass to Adebayo. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And the Heat making a change here. Mickey's checked in, and Indiana with a change here too. Collison's out there. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
It's stolen by Wilkins. From 12 feet out. Indiana again missing. Johnson outside. The Heat rebound.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Johnson the screen. Looking to end the drought. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And that's now 6 points for James Johnson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Hey, Brent, when you look at the All-Star balloting, it's amazing how many worthy point guards have to be left off the roster. How'd the league end up with so many great players at that position all at once? It's an amazing story.
It has been an incredible crop. I mean, really the golden era of point guards. And the one guy who I feel really badly for over the course certainly of the last 5 or 6 seasons is one Mike Conley. Any coach in the league would take Mike Conley at the drop of a hat, yet he's dealing with, over the course of his career, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Tony Parker, Steve Nash, Chauncey Billups, Chris Paul. Should I go on, Kevin? It is a very, very tough position.
Those names, it says it all. Young's shot is off. He'd have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Johnson, good.
Like how Johnson gets into the post. Good at executing in the paint that time.
Fires from the wing. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one's on Johnson.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
Mickey can't hit. The Pacers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Sabonis, that falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Sabonis has got 7 now in this quarter. And Miami shooting around 40% from the floor here. Passes it to Adebayo. Johnson outside. Here's Mickey. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up to the stripe. Sabonis grabs the board.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
Johnson, a wide open look, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Heat shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Inside, Adebayo with the bucket.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Pacers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. And good that time.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Jefferson, that's good.
Yeah, the job he does inside, just phenomenal. Jefferson can make defenders look silly when he's in the post. That's how good his moves are.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Josh Richardson's checked in for the Heat. Corey Joseph's checked in for the Pacers. Pass to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. There's a screen. And too long on the shot.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Collison, no good. And even 3-on-3 break. Out left to the wing. Back to Johnson. Plenty of space. Tips it up. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
That's good from Collison. Goran Dragic is checked in for Wayne Ellington. Collison hits them both. Now Dragic. Pass to Mickey. They get a hand on it. It's taken away by Collison. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Here's Adebayo. Kicks it out to Johnson. Another shot. He lays it in. Adebayo's got 10 points in just the second half.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Rejected by Dragic. Johnson, a wide open look. Another miss by Johnson.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Miami called for the foul. First one falls for him. Leaf checked in for Sabonis. And both free throws good for Jefferson. And Miami shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Here's the screen. Here's Dragic. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Adebayo's got 12 now in this quarter.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
There's the dish to Richardson. The pass to Adebayo. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And Miami making a change here. Waiters is checked in.
Tyler Johnson and his path to the NBA are quite unique. Undrafted out of college, where he played at Fresno State, comes up through the D League, now the G League, and plays a critical role for this Miami Heat basketball team as a force off the bench.
And what a day on the glass for a guy who's given up a lot of size out on the floor.
It's deflected, and he recovers it. Indiana again missing. And Miami shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Dragic. Jefferson with the rebound. Jefferson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Miami with the ball. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Now the feed to Waiters. Back to Richardson. From deep, drills it from outside.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Thaddeus Young.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Now here's Waiters. He feeds it to Dragic. Inside, here's Adebayo. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Solid pass from Dragic there to set up his teammate.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're up by 29. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Thaddeus Young.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. And some changes here for the Heat. Olynyk comes in for Jordan Mickey, and Ellington is subbed in for Richardson. And the Pacers also making a change. Joseph Young's checked in for Darren Collison.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
The rebound by Young.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Victor, you guys have been pushing the tempo, looking to get out and run, and it's working. Has that been a focus of late?
We figured out that we got to play fast and we got to play high tempo no matter what happens, and we got to stay together. So we got to just continue to keep working.
Well, you certainly hit them first tonight, Victor. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.